What's up, guys? Welcome back to Midwest Waterman, coming at you with some new content today. I've been spitballing with the idea of getting another boat. The Bass Cat is up north, 2 hours away. I can only fish on the weekends up in Door County, which I've had a lot of fun doing. But man, I've just had the itch during the week. There's so much water here around the northern Milwaukee area. A lot of rivers, a lot of smaller lakes, the harbors. So been browsing through Facebook as I do. Last night, right before I fell asleep, I found this beauty. It was listed for $800. It is a 1971 Sea Nymph. Was a 17-footer, now it's a 15-footer. I'll get into that story later. It's got a 2-stroke 50-horse inline 4 Mercury. I think it's a 1982 Mercury. This thing is awesome. I was able to negotiate the price down to $600, so picked her up last night. Couldn't pass up this deal. The boat's in pretty good shape. A lot of stuff going on right now. Just got her in. Been excited to start firing her up, doing some engine work, yada yada. Do a little tour. It's got underseat live well. It's got all the original switches, even a legit cigarette lighter from back in the day with a light bulb attached to it. So pretty cool stuff. All this wood still in pretty good shape. Steering wheel, floor's in great shape, carpet's in good shape. It's got a front live well up here as well. No trolling motor on the boat yet. Probably gonna slap one on at some point. It's got a nice big rod locker over here on the port side. She's definitely seen some fish in her time. She needs a good scrub dub, a little go through. Look at this. I mean, custom bump board made out of a tape measure and screwed down to the deck. The guy I bought it from was a musky fisherman, so I can only imagine this amount of stories that this boat has seen in its day. The guy was selling it because he just bought a brand new Crestliner, so he was looking to get rid of it. The family's had it for 40 plus years, so he was sad to see it go, but he was happy to see that I was going to give it some new life. Trailer's a little wonky right now. Got to do some work on it, but we're digging in. Just got it cranked up. It did not start when I bought it last night, but I just got it to start, which is exciting. But there was no water coming out the pee hole, so I just popped the gear case off. Forgot to record that. But it was only a couple bolts here and there, so a couple bolts, popped it off. It's just a tiny little baby gear case, which is so nice. I'm used to the E-Tech. Pulling that 225 gear case off is not a fun one-man job. This little guy I can just sling over my shoulder, so we're gonna pop this water impeller off, see if the impeller is melted, if it might need a new one. Probably a good idea to throw it anyways because the guy gave me an extra one, so see if we can get it to spit some water and go from there. So got the gear case popped off. Like I said, a couple of bolts. I'm gonna try to get this impeller cover off. I'm so excited to dig into this engine. It's my first carbureted engine that I've worked on. I've never worked on something this old, nor this small. And it's so simple. There's so few pieces, and it's awesome. Parts are cheap if you can find them. Not a lot to them. Not a lot of crazy computers or anything. This engine was built in 1982 and it's still kicking. It's just so cool. So here's that old impeller. It's not in terrible shape, but probably not a bad time to replace it. So a lot of people will take their outboard to a marina mechanic to get the impeller changed. It's really not that hard of a job. So pretty much all outboards are the same. Most of the new bigger ones, you have to unpin a shift linkage up in the top of the engine. Other than that, it's basically just, I don't know, 4 to 6 bolts around the top of the gear case. And you'll buy this little guy right here. I'm gonna put some grease on it and see if I can get her in by hand. I might have to pull the old zip tie trick and fold the blades in a smidge, but I'm gonna grease her up a little bit. There's this little woodruff key here that makes the impeller spin with the shaft. Make sure that's in. And I like to pop the impeller into the top of the housing first. Also, hang on real quick. going to check out which direction the blades need to fold, because that is important. Just got the gear case popped back in. It was just 4 bolts. It was nice because this one doesn't have a steering or shift linkage. Up in the top, it just has a little shaft coming out the top of the gear case, which once I got it lined up, it's pretty sweet. So I don't have to worry about anything up top, and there's no like chaps or anything you have to remove. So going to get these 4 little bolts tightened up and get it back on the bus and see if it's peeing now. All right, guys, doing a little troubleshooting. Biggest thing was that the engine wasn't peeing. I got that new impeller on. Wasn't peeing with the muffs on, which sometimes in the past I've experienced that just the muffs isn't enough water pressure. Sometimes these outboards aren't good at sucking water up versus pushing water up when they're submerged in water. So I threw this garbage tank under there. Still wasn't peeing. So I put my mouth on here and blew this little P valve, and it wasn't like, it felt like it was clogged up. So sure enough, I popped it and I blew from this side and it's clogged up somewhere in here. We're gonna give her a crank, show you guys. She's definitely an old smoky girl. She fires right up. God bless 2 strokes. Now you can see there's plenty of water coming out of the block right there, so not really worried about that at all. It means the new impeller is working good. She's a little temperamental. I haven't really ran her a ton because I was worried at first about the impeller, but now that I know that's good, I'm gonna let her eat up a little bit. Looks like it's peeing great. Definitely an old smoky 2-stroke. How about that, guys? I think the next step is to take her to the river and do a little run before the sun goes down. So I'm gonna grab a paddle. I'm at work right now, which is nice. I got a couple of boating supplies lying around. Guess I really haven't talked that much about work ever. We've been kind of operating in stealth mode. I'm a design engineer for a boat company called Flamingo Marine. This is the boat you guys have seen in the background. This is the boat we just made public a couple days ago. Super exciting. Flamingo Rome. It is a new pontoon that we are developing to sell gas-powered pontoon boats and electric-powered pontoon boats. So here in the shop here in Grafton, Wisconsin. Super excited about that. We had our launch this week, so check us out, flamingo-marine.com. That's my day job that keeps me from being on the water every single day, but I love it, and definitely fits right inside of my passion of boats. How about that, guys? Took some compressed air, blew it up the pee hole, and she's pumping pretty good. Sometimes there's a couple things you got to check when the motor's not peeing, so it deserved the new impeller anyways. It won't hurt it. I had the gear case off already, so I might as well throw it on, and I think we might take it to the river and dump it in real quick before the sun sets. We got about 2 hours, so let's do it. I'm ready to head to the river. Got a manual bilge pump. I did check to see if the electronic bilge pump works. I got a paddle and a throwable life jacket. Everything about this boat is so much easier. Like, granted, this is because the tongue weight is wonky, but I can literally just pick the trailer up. I gotta fix that. But everything's so small, so cheap, just so robust. It's awesome. It is awesome. So the story about how the boat was a 17 and now it's a 15. Apparently, so the guy's family had it for a long time. It was a 17-foot boat when they bought it. An uncle was driving the boat and hit a rock and damaged it, and they sent it back to the C-Nymph factory. C-Nymph factory fixed it, but turned it into a 15-foot boat. So I think he must have hit something in the bow, and they kind of just like chopped and scrapped and then welded slash, I think it's probably all riveted, but they riveted all back together. and I literally, you can't even tell that it was damaged. But it's still a 17-foot boat trailer, so it's really back heavy. The guy moved the winch backwards because it was dragging his transducers off, and now the boat, like, it tips so easy and it tows like crap just because it's like bounce, 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 bounce. So I'm gonna slide that winch forward again, get that fixed. But other than that, I'm really excited about this boat. Just dumped in the river, engine cranked up, got it off the trailer. Good time to check the trailer out. Definitely needs some more. It's an old roller style trailer. Roller missing, so there's just a little fake bunk on there. So I mean, overall not too bad. She's not too rusty. Not too rusty. Maybe a fresh coat of white paint or help her out. I really like the pinstripes on it though, so see if I can remake those. So far, engine's still running. Doesn't look like there's any water coming in the boat yet. I have a 50-pound sandbag up here just to help with the trailer weight, but look at this old girl. Might have to give her a push. Shift's good. Definitely a little bit of an oil slick or something in the water. I'm not sure if that's just a little bit of two-stroke residue or what, but that new impeller looks like it's working good. Got a pretty good stream coming out. It has a whale tail on it, so I'm not really sure if that's necessary or not, but I'm really intrigued to see how fast this thing runs, because it is a 15-foot boat with a 50. So I'm gonna pull up my little Navionics app. This thing is awesome. I am so in love with this boat. It's just something so refreshing from going from like I love my Bass Cat. It's an awesome boat. It's a great big water rig, lots of electronics on it. Just go back to the basics and literally a tin rig with an old two-stroke smoking out the ramp. Let's give her a rip, guys. Up to 25 right there without even trimming it out. This is awesome. I mean, I don't really even run my Bass Cat that fast anymore. So far, it doesn't seem like there's any water coming in. I love this boat. I'm excited to take you guys along with me. I'm gonna do some work to it, fix it up a little bit. So far, I mean, the engine doesn't really seem like it's misfiring much. Seems pretty stable. So we're gonna go down to the section in the river where it's not no wake and get her ride open. Guys, this thing kind of cooks. I just had it up to 25 without trimming it again. I'm gonna let her run wide open and see what she's got. All right, guys, let me give you a full walkthrough tour of this thing. This is awesome. I just got up to 32 miles an hour for a little 15-foot tin rig. That is so cool. Starting at the bow. So, no trolling motor right now, but has an excellent spot to mount one. We got a little, I'm not sure what this was, if it was like a pump box or something, but it's got two wires hanging out, so I don't know if it was a little battery for a trolling motor maybe. Little compartment. This one is a live well. It's probably about, I don't know, 10 or 12 gallons. I have 50 pounds of Quikrete in there right now just for the trailering because the trailer or the tongue weight's kind of thrown off. But it's got plumbing fittings, so I can. The last guy didn't really use it as a live well, but I might. Extra gas tank. It's got a couple of in-floor hatches. They're pretty shallow, but plywood's still firm, so more storage the better. Rod locker. I'm gonna say it could probably fit 7-foot rods, which is pretty awesome for this tiny little boat. You can see the foam. The boat's foam too. Rod locker goes all the way up there. You might put some like aqua traction or something in there to help protect rods and reels, but we'll see. Coming to the console, gyroscopic cup holder so your beer doesn't spill when you're running. How about that? I mean, that is just awesome. Console here, got a little key ring so your keys don't fall in the river or the lake. Pretty sweet. I'm not sure. Light might be for the cigarette lighter. It's literally got a legit cigarette lighter in here from back in the day with a light bulb, so I guess you could roll your cigarettes or whatever before you smoke them. Aerator pump for the live well. All these really old style buttons and actuators, which is pretty sweet. Old steering wheel still intact. Got a it's pretty sweet, these little like bait holder boards, so you can just slap your hooks there. You don't have a big mess of baits laying around the boat. Does not have a seat, but honestly it doesn't really need one. The seat that you sit on, also a live well. This one's probably 20 gallons if I had to guess, so pretty cool. I'm not sure what's in, or if there is anything in these boxes. It might be foam. I'm not really sure. I don't think that they open, but little homemade custom bench seat mounted to the seat base there. We got, I'm pretty sure it's a power steering pump from back in the day, which I'm very intrigued by that this little thing has power steering on. Not quite sure. Bilge pump down there, battery I threw in, and the powerhouse. So far so good on this little thing. Engine's running good, transom's good, no water coming in the boat so far that I know. The guy did say that if you have it in the water for like 3 days, you might have to kick the bilge on, which completely acceptable in my mind. So that's that, guys. This boat is sweet. So stay tuned for episodes coming along. I'm gonna run the boat back, put it on the trailer, and try to come up with a game plan. Do I sell it? Do I keep it? Do I put a bunch of money into it? Do I just leave it as is? I definitely want a trolling motor. But other than that, like, this thing is so cool. So drop a comment, let me know what you guys think of the boat. Taking it 10 rig style, and it's just I can't believe I found this boat on Facebook last night, jumped out of bed and went and bought it. So thanks for following along, guys. So hoping you like some of the newer content other than breaking down the door. Don't worry, breaking down the door is still going to be coming at you this year, but we'll have some 10 rig fishing during the week around here in the Milwaukee area, and get some restoring the boat vids. So catch you on the next one.